Headphones are so personal. What works for one might be an annoyance for another. And with stiff competition out there, is there still a place for Beats' new Studio Pro headphones, or will they fold under pressure from the competitors?
I'm Erin from Tech Gadgets International, and in this review, I'm going to try them on and try them out here in my home. I'll take a look at the fit and the comfort, as well as what you get with your purchase. I'll check out the battery life and the special features these have, plus I'll dive deeper into how they sound and if they're worth the Beats price tag. I'll wrap things up with both the pros and the cons and let you know if I think I can recommend these headphones for you. And I would like to say a thank you to Beats for sending me these headphones at no cost to review. Though the company did supply it, it wasn't asked for or given permission to have any input into my review, so you can consider these thoughts my own.
I'd consider Beats Studio Pro headphones an olive branch of sorts for folks outside the Apple ecosystem. Beats created the Studio Pro headphones for a more universal audience, which means both Apple and Android users will enjoy the same core features.
Beats did throw in a few extra treats for the Apple loyalists, which I'll explain a little later in the review, but they are not significant enough, I don't think, to alienate Android users.
Beats made a good first impression with the unboxing. You get a full suite of accessories, starting with the headphones folded away in a compact soft carrying case. Inside, there's a 3.5mm audio cable, as well as a dual-purpose USB-C to USB-C charging and hardwired audio cable. While I found taking out the headphones from the case a bit cumbersome thanks to the zipper design, I did appreciate the storage pockets inside. Setting up your headphones is lightning fast, particularly for iPhone users. Power them up and your iPhone will recognize them via a pop-up, tap to connect, and then you can access controls inside your Bluetooth settings. Apple users don't get an additional app because of that tie-in, and since we're on the topic, there's not a lot in the way of controls or options in here. You'll be able to view detailed battery life, swap between noise cancellation and transparency mode, or change up what a button press does. Let's take a look at the design. These are either iconically minimalistic or dull, depending on your tastes, but they do hold true to previous Beats headphones designs.
Interestingly, Beats Studio Pro headphones kind of feels like a hybrid between on-ear and over-ear headphones. Now, I have small ears, but the ear cups do touch and kind of press against my ears in several places. While the bulk of the ear cup padding sits towards maybe the edges of my ears, there is enough contact to make me believe these have a much greater lean to the on-ear style. And if you're a guy with bigger ears than mine, I'd say that goes double.
Bigger noggins might also find the clamping force a bit much for long-term listening, since you may feel the inner mesh pressing on your ears, as I did. For smaller head sizes, though, the leather-like padding might instead feel like a comfortably snug fit, and the 270 gram or 9.5 ounce weight makes them noticeably lighter than their cousin, the AirPods Max. My best advice, try wearing them at a local store if you can before you buy, or make sure you get yours from a place with a generous return policy. The right ear cup features the lone power button, which doubles as an ANC transparency toggle, while the left ear cup's Beats logo houses a 3-part button array where the top and bottom serves as volume controls and the center is a multifunction button.
I'm going to get right onto the sound quality because after comfort, that should be among the most important of factors. These are killer sounding headphones with a lot of detail and clarity. There is no buzz, no muffling, and no hum. I would say overall the sound is richly detailed.
Initially, just listening to poppier music, I felt the bass isn't as strong as I was hoping for, and I'd say Beats went for a more balanced take instead of a head-pounding bent. That was until I put on some more bass-heavy tracks. When I dove into songs from M1, Foo Fighters, Gorillaz, Alice Merton, Duran Duran, Fleetwood Mac, and even Marvin Gaye's iconic What's Going On, or some Metallica, it was more like getting a masterclass in bass from the gods themselves. I'd say if you're listening to these and you're feeling they're a bit thin, I'll challenge you to test them out with that bass test playlist.
While I love the bass, I found these headphones were not getting super loud for me. I generally like a more measured volume, but I found that even playing at what I'd call a normal volume level still had me setting my phone to about 75% volume, which doesn't feel like there's a lot of room to maneuver if I did really want to blast the music. Now, when I did go for the full experience, I found found I was forced to crank these to about 95% volume. What that tells me is that if you like to listen to your music at top volume, you might not get the knockout punch from these that you're looking for.
These headphones offer both active noise cancelling, or ANC, as well as transparency mode, so you can hear what's happening around you. Beats Studio Pro does a very good job at cancelling out ambient noise, and it's on par with my top pick when it comes to noise cancellation, and that's the AirPods Max. Your ears and head size, though, may factor into the equation, since the smaller ear cups here may not perfectly seal in your ears.
I always test out noise cancellation by first engaging it without any music or audio playing so I can see what might be bleeding in on its own. I would say these headphones block out about 80 to 90% of noise, but it is hard to tell if that's mostly due to the digital active noise cancellation or the more passive noise isolation of having these ear cups pressed tightly around my ears. Now, with sound playing, I was able to enjoy a full cone of silence, and these will be great for you if your focus is on minimizing distractions.
With transparency mode engaged, there is a bit of a hollow sound to the pass-through audio, which I find is common in some headphones. Battery life is where Beats Studio Pro, though, really shines, with about 40 hours of life without using noise cancelling and 24 hours with. These are near the top when it comes to longevity.
Beats Studio Pro makes a pretty strong showing in terms of other features. In order to make the Studio Pro appealing to Android owners, Beats skipped Apple's proprietary chip and went for a custom design that remains friendly for iOS devices while taking advantage of Android features as well. Apple users will still enjoy automatic one-touch pairing, iCloud synchronization, and Hey Siri support, while Android users get automatic pairing tied to a Google account, along with Android's audio switch feature for seamlessly transitioning from a phone to a Chromebook. Plus, both of Apple's Find My and Google's Find My device services, I should say, can be used to find your lost headphones if you don't know where you left them.
If you don't mind plugging in the Beats Studio Pro headphones, you can enjoy slightly better audio quality from high-quality audio sources that offer lossless audio.
When you pair the Beats Studio Pro headphones with newer Apple devices, you can use the personalized spatial audio feature, which is supposed to enhance immersion in certain audio tracks. Since every Beats Studio Pro purchase comes with a 3-month Apple Music trial, you can test out those spatial audio enhancements with specific music that you need for this feature before you make a commitment. And if you own a second pair of Beats Studio Pro headphones, by the way, you can also use the audio sharing feature, which allows Apple devices to stream music to both pairs of headphones simultaneously.
Overall, whether you fall in love with these headphones or not, I think will depend on how you like your fit.
Let's go over both the pros and the cons of these headphones so you can tally up if they're going to work for you.
On the pro side, the sound quality and the bass are killer. The battery life is outstanding, and the ANC is perfect for focusing. With easy-to-operate tactile buttons, Find My, audio sharing, spatial audio, and lossless audio if you plug in, there's a lot of great options. Plus, with foldability, easy setup, and goodies like cables and a case in the box, it feels like you're getting a lot. When it comes to the downsides, there's a few small things that might add up for some of you. A couple of the other things aren't true downsides because they're not something that's promised, but mainly considerations to be aware of. I found the fit to be more like an on-ear headphone than truly over-ear. There's no multi-point option, so you can't connect to more than one device, and no EQ or adjustments you can make to the sound. And the ANC and transparency mode aren't adjustable, which is becoming more common these days.
In short, with these, it feels like Beats is fighting in its weight class and holding its own, but it's not trying to go above or beyond to maybe champion level. Now that is fine, I guess, but with the higher asking price, you may find that these are tougher to justify. Beats Studio Pro sells for about $350 US or $470 Canadian, ouch, and you may find the competition from the likes of Bose, Sony, and Sennheiser could offer better value depending on the features you're looking for. But if you can manage to find these on sale for, say, under $250 US, I would prefer them over a lot of mid-tier competitors. Speaking of which, I have reviewed dozens of headphones of all kinds. Check out some other options right now.